there's a lot of new opportunities, and this trip, we want to make sure, all of you chose to spend a lot of money to be here, and your time, brought your family, a lot of hard work, make sure all that happens, and we want to make sure that it's worth your while. So we want you to accomplish 3 things when you're here. We want to make sure that when you're here, you have an opportunity to connect with somebody new, somebody that you didn't know before. Or maybe, I've heard a lot of you say, maybe you get to meet the person that you joined with, your sponsor, on Facebook that you talk to all the time, and you didn't ever meet them, and you finally met them in person, which does change things for you. So we hope that happens here for you on this trip. The second thing we want to make sure of is that you have a chance to learn something new that you didn't know before. And that will happen. If it hadn't already happened, look forward to that happening in all the workshops tomorrow. If you haven't met Mary Christensen, she's amazing. You'll definitely learn something from her, and a few of the workshops tomorrow that we're doing will be interesting as well. And the third thing we want to make sure of is that you get motivated, re-energized. When you leave here, you make a difference for somebody out there, for yourself, change your life, and change someone else's life. It is so touching to hear your stories. I'll tell you our why in a little bit, and it started out one way, but boy, it has turned into something else for us, and we're loving it. So what I'd like to do first is I want to make sure that you got a chance to meet all of our team. We have, as I said, Kelly and I have been in business since 1993. Actually, we have a special treat tonight. The man that put us in this business, in the home fragrance business, a long time ago, I don't know where he is, but he's here somewhere. Kelly's father is here in the audience. Jack, can you stand up real quick? Kelly was my boss before I ever dated his daughter. Thank you, Jack, for saying yes when I asked you if it was okay. And so Jack brought us all into this business. Actually, most of our team worked for Jack. All of us worked in that company. He sold that business, and then we went on to start our own business, and a lot of the team left with us, and we're all still together today. So I'd like to bring them out. If you guys would come out, I want to introduce all the team to all the zebras. And you've met a lot of them, but I want you to know what they do for you. Okay, so from left to right here, if you look up on the screen above these guys here, you've probably seen this. Kelly and I have talked about it a lot on videos. You see my Easy Peasy mug. That's all I saw on Facebook besides the what was it, the Fleur de Lis shade. Oh my God, no one heard that video. They just saw the stuff. So our commitment as a company to you is that we will make it easy peasy this year. And if you look at the top of the screen here, in marketing and product development, their commitment is to make it easy peasy to talk about Pink Zebra. So great products that make it easy, great boots when you become a director, to make it easy peasy to have a conversation, right? And you're going to see a lot more next door when we're done with this. So without further ado, Andrea Garrison. Andrea, if you'll step forward real quick. Andrea is also known as, Jack knows this story, also known as Bubbles LaRue. Everyone here knows her as Bubbles, right? Andrea does all the wonderful products for you. She develops the fragrances, she develops all the products, and she's responsible for all that magic that you see next door. Colby Wasted, I'm not sure if you guys have met him before. Colby has a challenging job sometimes, but does a great job of it. He's in charge, for those of you who don't know, he is the Vice President of Sales. Regina is in charge of customer service, and she, along with June and Leah and Nicole and Danielle, are all superstars in customer service. Come on, can we get a little louder than that, please, girl? Come on. A lot of blood, sweat, and tears going on in that department. Yeah, well, all right. And just so you know, Kelly and I were on a conference call for Brett and Roxy not too long ago. And they asked a question about, how involved we were in the business, and we are, they'll tell you, sometimes too involved. Regina will tell you, right? But we live and breathe this every single minute. Sometimes at home, right, Raj? We talk from the house. I mean, it's constant. So when we make a mistake, whether it gets set up wrong or shipped wrong or something wrong happens, these gals deal with it. They're managing that every day. And to give you an indication of how much Kelly and I are involved, these two right here are our daughters. That's our oldest daughter, Nicole, and our youngest daughter, Danielle. And our youngest, my son, is right here. Connor, stand up. Barbara, could you stand up? Because Kelly wants you to stand up and get some fanfare, right? Dad always gets all the credit. There she is.
It's just all about the women. So, Mom.
Okay, so moving on, Roger Fury. You may have met Roger. If you're in Kentucky and you're on Sandy's team, you probably met Roger. Roger is Vice President of Operations. He runs all the distribution, manufacturing, everything that happens in operations. And right next to him is Carol King. Carol is in charge of all the manufacturing. Carol, I want to make a brief note. Carol was our employee of the quarter in first quarter.
Good job.
She won a trip to Talladega, and she got to have pit passes and do the whole thing. It rained on her, but she enjoyed it. Steve is our CFO. Steve's the money man. He makes sure that we never run out of money and everything works in that category. Yep. He makes sure his job, if you look at the top of his job, to make it easy for you guys and for us to see our progress and plans. So we're going to be announcing some things. I'm not sure, Colby, you told them about the... Okay, no, we haven't told you. Okay. Leaders night, sorry. But you're going to be hearing more about that from these guys a little later. And everyone knows Patty Parker. She pays her commission. And does everything else. Right? And David Hogue, who is in charge of research and development. You'll soon see a video from David, which I think is fantastic, teaching you guys a little bit more about the facts about the product and making you the expert in the Pink Zebra products. I'll tell you, I want to just make a brief statement about these guys, because when you have a big giant organization, you typically have people that are very specialized, that are really great at one thing, right? And when you start up a business, it's quite different. You start up a business, you have to have people that are almost superhero-like. They can do anything, right? They can do any kind of job. And these guys that are standing on the stage in front of you have done everything you can imagine. They have, the people that aren't in manufacturing, Carol has, but the people that aren't, like Andrea and Patty, and they've made sprinkles in the lab. They've made bottles of sprinkles for you when we needed them, for shows and whatever. It was a long time ago. By hand, right. This team has done it all. When it needs to be done, we do it. So congratulations to them. We're so proud to be together with you guys and have been together for so long, and what you do for this Pink Zebra team. Thank you.